Good morning, folks. These guys have literally just arrived in the post, and being one cast metals, I have quite quickly and easily put them on bases, glued them up. Um, it's the new Orc command for Warhost, sculpted by the mighty Paul Hicks. We've got two banner bearers, a musician, two wizards, and a commander. Um, they are absolutely stunning sculpts. I will start with this wizard and I'll work my way through all six. But one thing I will add before I get going, actually, is the two banner bearers have got banner poles included in the kit, which weren't shown in the initial preview shots that Warhost had posted. So that was a really nice and pleasant surprise. And they are really cool L-shaped banner poles, a bit like the back banner on the Orc special character from the original Kickstarter, who has the back banner pole, which is like an L-shaped one. These guys have got really nice L-shaped banner poles, and if I'm honest, with my other, should I say, God, colloquialism's kicking in, with the other standard bearers, it would be nice to maybe see these banner poles spread to them being included in the other command standard kits to go with the other Orc standard bearers. And as an aside, it would be nice to maybe also have some form of elven style banner pole included in things. Sorry, I'm drinking my tea while I'm doing this. Bit rude of me, but it's first thing in the morning. And I've got a load of wargaming stuff I'm working on for other people. It's just these turned up and interrupted the flow of work. So we'll start at the front with these wonderful models. And first off the bat, we've got the two Orc Wizards. Now, this one, as I bring him up into camera view, as you can see, missing an eye, is armoured really nicely. Okay. Now, whether this is meant to be a wizard or meant to be some form of commander with a massive two-handed weapon, either way, if this is a commander with a two-handed weapon and isn't a wizard, the top of his mace is a troll skull. That's just, if, like, you could easily use him. I know he's armoured, but armour is a flexible term with Warhost at times in terms of WYSIWYG and other things. But if he's meant to be a commander instead, and he is a commander, he has got this awesome two-handed weapon with a troll skull. Okay. It's not an orc skull, it's too big. It literally has got to be a troll skull that he is attached to a wooden haft. Now, that to me screams orc every day of the week. Now, the one that is a definitively, yes, he's a wizard. He's covered in feathers and skins and stuff. This is this guy who has, by the look of it, a human skull on a twin pointy stick. Although it could be an orc skull, actually, that he's bound to a staff. He's got a skull on the top. He matches the vibe of the other wizards we've already had. I'm not fully finished cleaning them up, as you can see from... Oh, get in focus. As he's got a bit of flash at the back there. Still, that I need to clean off. But these were just quickly put on bases so I could review them. So this is the thing. Very much a wizard. Probably meant to be a commander. I'm stuck in for a wizard initially because he's got a giant skull on a staff, and that's very much an orc wizard vibe in the Warhost miniatures. Then we've got definitively an orc commander who is in wonderful breastplate, two single-handed weapons. Again, a lot of the orcs have human heads or elven heads hanging off their belts at times. Very Julius Caesar writing about Celts taking heads for trophies type vibe. I do love the orc range from Warhost. It is one of my favourites. The only thing that will trump this in terms of being great is the new dwarves when they go on sale. I'm very much looking forward to them. But as of now, the orcs are kind of what is vibing for me with Warhost. But yeah, as you can see, the orc commander, muscle clad, scarred up, got plate armor, got a breastplate, happily chainmail skirt, two very meaty choppers, basically. Excuse me, very, very meaty choppers. Now, the one that made my wife cringe a bit when I showed her this morning, and I do mean they have only been in my hands for all of 20 minutes out of the postman's grasp, is the musician. Absolutely fantastic musician, this. Something we were missing from the original range. However, what freaked my wife out, and I say freak, just made her go, oh, that's so cool, but so orcish, is the end of the trumpet. So you can just about see here, but if we rotate the trumpet round, the end of the trumpet is a human or elven face skull, where the end of the trumpet is coming out of the head, and basically they've made a trumpet out of someone's head. Like, that's pretty grim. And I know I'm laughing, but it's such a orc, Tolkien-esque, horrific, they are evil in their own way, but they're not vibe with these orcs. Something I've always enjoyed about orcs is orcs aren't technically inherently evil as such. They are often driven by whips in Tolkien-esque lore, Warhost lore. I haven't caught up with it yet. Andy Hobday has posted about the Great Orc War and the fact that the orcs are, to a degree, very much from an elven perspective and a dwarfish perspective and a human perspective, they are very much the barbarian race in this. So very much the equivalent of, say, Romans looking at the Germans and the Iron Age British and the Gauls and the Iberian Peninsula. The problem I have sometimes with this is orcs are always portrayed as technologically backwards, but like a lot of these things, they have their own unique culture, and this is why I like Warhost, because the orcs have their own unique culture. While a lot of their equipment can be quite crude looking, crude doesn't mean it's not terrible, and doesn't mean it won't work. Now, the two standard bearers, I'm going to do both at once, actually, and put them side by side, because I absolutely love them. So one's got a mace, you see. I'll bring the mace one in. So he's got this wonderful mace, as I say. I've still got to clean some flash off and do stuff. But these banner poles were included. They weren't previewed. Oh, I'm losing focus there. Let's just redo this. There we go. Moving back a bit. So these banner poles weren't included in terms of the preview, so I wasn't expecting them this morning. So when I opened the bag, or the little box, they came in and then emptied them out the baggie and put them on the table to clean them up, or at least get them glued onto bases and do stuff. You'll have to mind the dog hair. Dog hair gets everywhere with my boy in this house. These guys, having these banner poles, like, is a massive bonus. And yes, they're white metal, yes, they'll bend a bit, but they're so characterful and they're so on point for the orc forces that I was just really surprised, but like in a really, really good way. So I cannot complain at all about that. And then you've got the other one, who is holding a shield and is much more heavily armoured. Breastplate, backplate. He's got shoulder scale reinforcements. My own paint scheme for a lot of the orcs is actually very much Romanesque. If in terms of, I use reds and bronzes, very traditional historical style wargaming view that Rome should be looking like early Republican. It's all bronze and reds and creams and stuff. I tend to use blacks and greys and reds and dark browns for my orcs, but it's a similar thing. But yeah, so that's the new Warhost Command Squad section selection pack that they brought out. It's really cool. I love it. Paul has done an amazing job as always, and I cannot complain at his work, as he always knocks, like, whatever he's been told to sculpt and the descriptions he gets given and all the artwork he gets given, every single time he just knocks it out the park. So, like, absolutely love it. So thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Cheerio, and carry on wargaming, folks.